This is just so fascinating, guys, because I literally felt impressed earlier today to start researching the King of the North and the King of the South. So when you brought that up, Keith, I was like, yep, this is God's will to talk about this and talk about, because what you say, Kim, is correlates with the whole thing of the Hegelian dialectic of King of the North, King of the South. And, you know, King of the, when it, the Hegelian dialect is the the Hegelian dialectic is a term that was created by, I think his name was George Hegel. And it basically is about, yeah, it's about theses, antitheses, merge them together to create a synthesis. Order out of chaos, order ab chaos, right? And it's just so cool that God already explained it before it was known, like when George Hegel um, termed it. And so that's what's going to happen these latter days. You have, like Keith, you brought up, the king of Babylon who imposed rules of acknowledging Daniel's God. So imposed worship, right? Or acknowledging. And also there's the king of the south. Like Kim, you were saying that who is, referring to the Bible, who is God that I should know him, rejecting God altogether. So that, atheism, communism, Satanism,
Secularism.
secularism, humanism, exactly.
Yep.
It all comes together to creating this one world order. So out of this chaos, there will be this order, and it's just fascinating. They are right here in Daniel 11 that talks about the king of the north and the king of the south. It says right here, Daniel 11, verse 27, and King James Version. And both these kings' hearts shall be to do mischief, and they shall speak lies at one table, but it shall not prosper, for yet the end shall be at the time appointed, right? So you create the chaos and you have the order, and once there's peace and safety, then there's sudden destruction. So that is what's going to happen in these final moments of Earth's history. That's why it's important also to know history and really study God's word. And to really drive this home, uh, Albert Pike, he's a Masonic figure. He was a 33rd degree Freemason, occultist, grandmaster, and creator of the southern jurisdiction of the Masonic Scottish Rite Order. He basically created Scottish Rite Freemasonry. He wrote in a letter to Giuseppe Mazzini talking about 3 world wars, guys, 3 world wars. And this is just crazy. The letter was from August 15th, 1871. Okay. And it explains exactly all 3 world wars. Like the First World War that talks about destroying the czars of, sorry, it goes into the destruction of Russia to create atheist communism. And then the Second World War that talks about Nazism being destroyed and political Zionism being brought up, and international communism to balance out Christendom. And then listen to this. I'm going to read the Third World War part of the letter. The Third World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agenter or the agents of the Illuminati between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world. The war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and political Zionism, the state of Israel, mutually destroy each other. Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on this issue, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete physical, moral, spiritual, and economical exhaustion. We shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists, and we shall provoke a formidable social cataclysm, which in all its horror will show clearly to the nations the effect of absolute atheism, origin of savagery, and of the most bloody turmoil. Then Everywhere, the citizens obliged to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries will exterminate those destroyers of civilization, and the multitude disillusioned with Christianity, whose deistic spirits will from that moment be without compass or direction, anxious for an ideal, but without knowing where to render its adoration, will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer, brought finally out in public view. The manifestation will result from the general reactionary movement, which will follow the destruction of Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time. Same time. Guys, that is just crazy. There
So,
is a
so,
spiritual war
go
going
ahead.
on. Yeah, please go ahead.
So it's interesting that from that letter, because you would think that atheism will be in the side of Satan, but Satan doesn't want atheism.
It's going to throw him under the bus.
He
Oh, yeah.
doesn't want atheism. Interesting. Because what he wants
He wants
worship of him.
worship. Yeah, he wants worship.
He wants worship of himself. So that is fascinating. Um,
What year was that written, Zach?
August, give me one second. August 15th.
1870,
Yeah, August 15th, 1871.
71. Okay, I heard 72.
Yeah, I mean, that's before
But,
Ellen White's days and everything.